So today I thought we'd take a look at the 4 new maps that will be included with the Dragon's Teeth DLC. Now I don't actually have footage of these, but I do have a lot of information about them, and potentially a screenshot of one of them as well, which I'll show you in a minute. Now, as we know, Dragon's Teeth is going to be centred around urban warfare. This has been rumoured ever since we first found out about the premium section of Battlefield 4, and Dragon's Teeth was detailed in the premium trailer as being all-out urban warfare. Now, it's only just come to light what these maps are actually going to be like, as well as the weapons that are going to be included as well, which I detailed in a previous video, which is now up on the screen and linked in the description if you want to go and watch it. I think Dragon's Teeth is going to be very similar to what we saw with the Aftermath DLC. Close quarters, urban combat, smaller vehicles, not all-out battle tanks and things like that, tight close quarters infantry areas, and then areas that do open out for vehicle combat as well. Of course, we have to chuck in Levolution, which I'll talk about in a second too. But without further ado, here are the 4 map names: Lumpini Garden, Pearl Market, Propaganda, and Sunken Dragon. Let's start with that last one, Sunken Dragon. Now, the description that I've got here is quite specific for this map. You can wreak havoc in a floating restaurant or drain the lake, opening up for a frontal vehicle assault while the battle rages between the modern high-rises of Sunken Dragon. When I was reading the descriptions for these maps, that one stood out the most, simply because you can drain the lake. I really liked the Levolution on Flood Zone. I know a lot of people didn't really like the Flood Zone map and the way that it played, but I think it was really good. I really liked it on Domination, especially when you actually had control of the Levolution as well, not like in Rush where it automatically just falls over and all the water floods the map. But yes, I really liked the Levolution in that map, and it seems that it's going to be very similar if you're able to drain the lake in Sunken Dragon. Next we have Pearl Market. Now this one sounds very similar to Tala Market from Battlefield 3's Aftermath DLC, and I absolutely loved that map. It was brilliant on Conquest and it was brilliant on TDM. There were so many flanking routes that you never knew which way the enemy were going to come from, so you always had to be on your toes. And it sounds exactly the same as in Battlefield 4's Pearl Market. The description for this map is that you can wage war in the fast-moving, bustling alleyways upon the rooftops of Pearl Market. Map number 3, Lumpini Garden. Here's the description for this one. This one also sounds really cool too. Crews with fast-moving PWCs, those are jet skis, on the canals in the pristine park to get the upper hand in the blazing infantry battle of Lumpini Garden. With that description, we pretty much know that this map is going to be all-out infantry warfare, so the PWCs were going to be pretty much the only ones that you can really use by the sounds of it. It doesn't seem like there's going to be any vehicles really involved at all, and that gets me quite excited because I really like maps like Operation Locker and Metro. As long as they've got the right player count and there's not too much screen shake, then those maps can actually play out really well. Specifically in Rush, because then you don't have a whacking great vehicle that's taking everybody out all the time, and you just have to focus on using your own weapon and shooting people with it. You don't have to worry about distractions of helicopters, tanks and all these other things. You just have you and your gun, and that's the kind of game style that I really like in Battlefield 4. And now we come to the 4th and the final map, Propaganda. Now this is the map that I think I found a screenshot of. This screenshot is the one that was shown in the premium trailer for Battlefield 4 just before Battlefield 4 was actually released. It had the guys in it from DICE LA who were working on the last 2 DLC, so it made sense to maybe show off a little bit of footage of what they're working on. Now, the only reason I think this is a screenshot of it is because the description for Propaganda is as follows. Fight among the huge monuments in the grey concrete Propaganda. Now, I know that that monument right there in that picture is one that's in the centre of Pyongyang, which is the capital of North Korea. Now, this would represent a massive step forward for developers in first-person shooters. I don't know of a first-person shooter that's ever had a setting that could potentially be in North Korea. And we know what kind of problems lie there anyway, so this could be one of the best maps in the DLC because it's open, which allows people to use what would most likely be vehicles. The fact that there's not a lot of cover there makes me think that there's going to be a lot of battle tanks, a lot of helicopters, attacks, scout, transport. This could maybe be one of the bigger maps in the DLC, one that's not so infantry centric. And that kind of leads me on to thinking that maybe Dragon's Teeth isn't that all-out infantry warfare in an urban setting that we thought it was going to be. Maybe there is a nice balance there somewhere. So there you have it. Those are the 4 maps that will be included in the new Dragon's Teeth DLC for Battlefield 4. As I said at the start of the video, I've already covered the weapons and gadgets that will be included with this DLC, so that's linked in the description below. I think it's on like the 4th or 5th line or something. You can go and click that and you can go watch that video and you can find out all about the new weapons that will be included. There's some seriously good ones in there this time. But that's about it for this video really, guys. I just wanted to keep you updated with all the Battlefield 4 news here on my channel. Make sure you leave your comments down below today. Let me know what you think about the new maps that we've heard about today. And make sure you hit like on the video if you really did enjoy it. It really does help support my channel. But until next time, my name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.